Traffic from the Elk River.
Traffic. Morning, guys.
Good morning. Hey, we're over at the Lately Mooring. We're going to be doing switching to Pennant over here, but then we're going to get underway. We are made up in push gear with the light tank barge, double skin 309, 400 by 13 deep draft on the tug, and we're going to head over to east of 1. How copy?
Upper traffic at Ernst Campbell on the way from Florence Terminal bound or from the terminal. Dickinson Freight Trapper Bay, that's all channel 14 trying away.
Very good, thank you. Okay, so we're at the mooring here, and the problem we have is that the mooring Pennant is on our barge, and we are the outside of 3 barges. We have to move it to the middle one.
Underneath the 309's bow, and it's not, we're trying to get a wrap on the capsule to pull up the tagline.
Alright, you ready for me to start twisting to the right and coming ahead?
Yeah. Right now the long ball is at 12 o'clock to the starboard bow of the 309.
Alright, very good.
And she's tight as a drum, and she's a good 40-45 foot ahead.
Alright, I'm going to try to twist it so that we're pointing more towards the battery and then drive ahead.
Alright, copy that.
So we've got to move the Pennant from our barge to the middle barge. And we've got 22.5 knots of wind blowing at about 10 o'clock at us right now from the northwest.
Alright, Cap, she's still on our starboard bow, but she's starting to head towards the anchor cradle. She's still about 40 wide. She's still got some tension on her.
Alright, good deal. And the tide is really ebbing right now, so it's going to be hard for me to control these.
Alright, Cap, right now she's abreast of the anchor sled, and she's got a lot of tension on her. If you can swing over the port just to get a belly in, and we can pop her off.
Alright, very good. Coming ahead. Now, he said swing over to port, but as I come ahead, she's going to want to go to port anyway because I'm pushing on the starboard side of the whole 3 units of barges here.
Alright, Cap, I got a belly in her now, another maybe 10 or 15 foot ahead, and we'll be good to pop her off. She's a good 25-30 ahead of the center anchor chain.
Alright, I don't mind if we bring that thing right up to the bow. Like I say, the tide's running so hard here. It's going to be taking off on us anyway.
Alright, we got a good thing now. She's starting to head towards port side of the 309 and we're 20 off.
Do you want me to twist some more?
Yeah, if you could twist her to starboard so we can get her off, because that is too much slack.
Alright. Twist to starboard. I would have thought he wanted me to twist to port, but that's what he's saying, so I will do that. So they're on the Pennant.
Hey, Cap, if we could swing to port
Haha.
and back down just a little bit so we can get her off. There's a little too much tension. She's too much underneath the bow.
You got it. As I suspected, he did want us to go to port. He said starboard. Anyway, that's all right. So the Pennant is on the timber heads on the starboard side of our barge, and we had to take it off and get it around the
Alright, Cap, the ball is at 1 o'clock up the starboard up to 29, and she's about 25 foot ahead of the 29.
Alright, good. Can I go all stop yet?
She's starting to open up about 30 foot on the bow of the 29. We're trying to get the slack up.
Very good. I'm all stop. So they have to lift up this big heavy Pennant. It's got a tagline on it, but that won't hold us if we lose the whole...
Alright, Cap, if you could swing to the port side so we could get the slack up. She's got a lot of tension. She's at like 1 o'clock on the 29th bow.
Alright, rotating counterclockwise.
Got a lot of tension on her, Cap. She's back to our port side of the 309, and she's about 45 ahead.
So you want me to come ahead now, right?
Yes, if you could come ahead so we can pop her off.
Alright, she's rotating pretty good, so just hang on a second. Let me get the rotation stopped.
Okay, Cap. Yeah, we're lined up perfect. You just come ahead, about maybe 15, 20 feet, we'll be able to pop her off.
Alright.
She's now abreast of our starboard bow, holding 45 ahead.
Yeah, with all those barges on the side of me and the tide ripping, it just wants to pull everything to the port side. So...
She's starting to get a little bit of slack, Cap. Just keep pumping ahead just where we are. We'll be perfect. She's still holding about 40 ahead of our starboard bow.
Very good. Now you can see the mooring pole just on the right-hand side by the pump house there, or by the office there. So I'm trying to bring it back.
Another 5 foot, Cap, we'll be able to pop her off.
All right.
Alright, Cap, the line is in the water. The line's in the water. 29's gonna suck her up. She is now about 4 foot off our starboard bow and 25 ahead.
All right, and you want me to keep rotating clockwise, right?
Cap, I would come back to starboard. Yes, clockwise.
Right, very good. Okay, so they put the line in the water, and the retrieval line is...
Alright, Cap, she's now at 1 o'clock on the 309. She's about 45 ahead, and they're pulling up the line.
All right, I'm going to try to start driving ahead to give them a little bit of slack.
Alright, Cap, yeah, they got their the capstan, they're pulling it up. There's still a lot of slack in the water, it's just pulling up the tag line, and the eye is underneath the 309's barge. We got about 30, 35 wide on the bow, and she's just coming abreast of the anchor sled.
All right, I went all stop. Tell me if you want me to do anything, because I can't see what's going on.
I got you, Cap.
So they drop that big heavy pennant in the water. There's a retrieval line on there that they're heaving up with the capstan on the barge in the middle here. And this is the scary part until they get that line back on.
We're still holding 35 ahead. The ball is starting to slide over to the port side of the 309. They're still pulling up the line.
Alright, they had it on the capstan, but now these guys are pulling it in by hand. I'm not really sure why. Maybe they have a...
The guy is underneath the bow of the 309 that's trying to pull her up.
Alright, and they're going to have enough slack. I don't need to come ahead anymore?
I don't think you need to come ahead anymore, but the line's still in the water. They're almost got her out. We're waiting to see. Yeah, she's coming out of the water now, the eye. Got about another 15 foot before they get it on deck.
Roger. What I'm afraid of is that I start falling back and he doesn't realize that, and then he's going to tell me to come ahead and it'll be too late by then, so I need...
I cap another 5 foot and they'll be able to have it up on deck.
Very good. So
Arm ball is about 12 o'clock to the 29 and they're about 45, almost 50 ahead of the 29. They got it on deck and they're about to drop the eye on it.
Outstanding.
Alright, Cap, the line is hooked on the 29. It's holding about 45 off the 29, and it's starting to get between the 29 and the 301.
Alright, very good. Let them go in the stern and work your way to the bow.
Copy that, head to the stern.
Alright, so that went well. They got that over there. Now we got to let the lines go and get underway. And I'm anticipating, I'm probably going to jinx myself by saying this, but I'm anticipating that this shouldn't be a big deal for us because the wind and the tide should just pull us, almost rip us right off the mooring. The problem is that if you think of the geometry involved, that double line you see up in the bow that's holding us there, that's going to be the last one they let go. So as they're pulling that, it's going to pull our bow to the left, and that's going to pull their bow to the right. So when they let that go, their stern could want to come back and get us. So we have to be cognizant of that. We'll try to make sure that doesn't happen, but those are the things that we think about. Make a security call. Security call, Tug Elk River. Signaling up lines at the Galately mooring. Will be getting underway, bound for east of 1, IMTT Bayonne. Go ahead, let her go.
Read me?
I got you. Go ahead, let her go.
Alright, copy that. Let her go.
Now, if everything went perfect and we had time, but we're kind of rushed for a tide here to get into our next dock. If everything went perfect, since the mooring ball is on the middle barge, everything should settle in with the tide rolling as hard as it is right now, that we should be straight facing right up the North River, or the Hudson River. You can see the statue.
Getting lines in, the bow opens up about 3 and the stern still touching.
Very good. Now you see that phenomenon I was talking about right there is already starting to happen, where it's starting to settle in, but I'm hoping by the time they get up there it'll start going the other way and the stern will open up. That's what I'm hoping for at any rate.
Alright, Cap, 2 more lines and they're done.
All right.
Traffic, Ferryboat Barberry, departing St. George.
Okay, roger that, Captain. Checking your traffic. That looks like jet number is going to come away north of 30 and it's southbound to the still.
Alright, Cap, working off the last line now.
Take her in. Now he's doing that last line, so I'm going to start bringing the bow in. So the bow, if the bow takes off, it's going to push my stern right over into his stern, which I don't want to do. So I'm going to start lifting the stern off. and hopefully this will work.
Southbound, roger that, Captain. It looks like I have 240. The Elk River leaving MK Mooring, going to be heading southbound to the hill, and over there in Bay Ridge Channel, going to be cutting across the hill.
I can't hold on to three, more balls, 12 o'clock and 29, about 50 and a half.
Traffic, Robert.
We're about 4 and closing all the time on the bound.
Very good. My plan is to lean up against that forward yoke there and wait until the line catches tight and hopefully lift up their stern and then back away.
All right, Captain, the line's tight. You're good to go.
All right, and we'll call it 0900 underway.
0900 underway.
Just keep an eye on the stern as we back out of here that he's going to be metal to metal if I don't do this right.
Absolutely, Captain, I got you. They got their yokies down and on the stern, so we can pop and over, so it's fine, no damage. We're holding about inches on the stern. Foot on the bow.
All right, here we go. Now we're just going to back up real hard and hope that everything works right. The Hail Mary.
Touching up midships. Looking good. I was just coming abreast of the manifolds, holding a foot on the stern.
Now that I'm halfway past the pivot point, I can start rotating the bow clockwise to lift myself away from that corner of the stern.
Holding abreast of the stern of the 29.
So I'm trying to, there we go, and that worked out perfect. Very good, Tommy. Good job, buddy. I got you, man. Come on in.
All right, Cap, good job.
Thank you. All right. So once I got the stern of the barge halfway through the midpoint there, I can start my twist, and that lifted the bow off of their stern that I was worried about their stern banging into us. Check in with traffic. Traffic from the Elk River. We are underway at this time.
River southbound heading in for IMTT 1. Hunting Creek is down by the trolley buoy, coming across from Buckeye Bay. Don't have that. Very low traffic right now. Over.
Very good, thank you. Elk River is away from the Galately mooring. We'll be turning around and bound through the back channel to IMTT Bayonne east of 1. So that's it. We successfully able to change the Pennant from one barge to another and get underway. Thank you for watching, and big shout out to my patrons. They're the guys that pay the bills for all of us to watch and help to improve the quality of the videos that you see. Except for my lame ass, it keeps giving you the same boring stuff over and over again. But hopefully you guys like it. Anyway, thank you as always. And if you want to follow us in real time, follow us on Instagram at TimBatSea at Instagram. And as always, I will see you guys on the one.